guys, how's it going, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now today we are reacting to another clip from Would I Lie to You, and this is mystery guest Keith. So this one was recommended to me by Ruby Simmons. I'll put your comment down here. And you have mentioned in your comment that this clip features Bob Mortimer. So if you guys are new to the channel, you'll know that Bob Mortimer, he's someone who is very difficult to predict, but he always tells a very entertaining story. So I'm very much looking forward to getting into this one. And if you guys are new around here and enjoy the video, make sure to like, subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into the video. And here we go, guys. Mystery guest Keith. Here he is. So, what is he... What are the stories?
Bob, first of all.
What are the
Bob,
stories?
What is Keith to you?
This is Keith. He's my oldest friend, and when we were at school together, we hid a dictaphone in the classroom ceiling to confuse our teacher.
Okay, sure.
David Harewood?
This is my old teacher, Keith. I once had to claim I wasn't me when I met him in a cafe, as I was in character preparing for Homeland.
And finally, Lee, your relationship with Keith.
This is Keith, and his hawk. Yes.
Sure.
David, it's a difficult start. Go with it. Yeah. This is Keith, and his hawk was supposed to land on my arm at a village fete, but instead stole the wig from the man next to it and flew off into a tree.
Wow. Okay.
It's Bob's classroom.
That is a very
It's
crazy
David's
story from
blank
Lee.
Buddy, or it's Lee's hawk handler. David's team, where do you start?
So, yes, David, he was a teacher at your school.
Very briefly.
What, a whole lesson?
I mean, I don't know if... I would see him.
But he didn't teach you?
No, not teach
He was
me.
someone who hung around a school. He was charitably, you assumed he was a teacher.
Potentially.
But if he was at the school a short period of time, how did you even recognise him in the cafe?
Oh, I knew it was him. He walked into the cafe and he said, "Hi, David," and basically I blanked him. It was literally the month before I went to America when I was doing Homeland, and I'd just been to see my dialect coach.
Right.
He basically said I have to stay in my American voice. So
Could you not have explained that to him in your American voice? I'm
I-
sorry, buddy, but I'm doing a wall here.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all.
I don't think it was ever as good as that, John.
I basically just had to say, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm remembering you
said I
now.
don't-
Do the voice a bit more.
I said, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's not bad.
Ooh, that did weird things to me.
Oh, oi, oi.
It's
getting hot in here.
Said, you're in this role, you need to stay in this character.
Yeah.
Now the lesson's over, let's go to a very public place.
Yeah.
We are likely to encounter several people.
Well, that's what you have to do. You have to stay in that voice. You have to have the confidence to stay in your voice.
Why
That is
can't
a
you
good
just,
voice.
Like, turn it on like an actor?
Oh, that's a cheap.
That is
shot,
very
Sarah.
cheap.
I have to say, I did phone him up afterwards and apologise.
So you had his number.
That is an element.
Stayed in touch with the teacher you barely remember.
I think
Would it be fair to
he's
say the hawk's looking a bit more plausible?
yes. I think he's messed up a bit here.
So, David, who would you like to question?
Okay, so just to pause it now, I thought that it was plausible. It was like, and he did have the American voice to keep on with it. And then at the end, I feel like he's given himself away. I called him afterwards. You wouldn't have a teacher's number. And no, it's not true. It's not true. He has given it away at the end there. The American voice was good, but he gave it away at the end. Let's see who's next.
Bob, remind us of your allegation.
When we were at school together, we hid a dictaphone machine in the ceiling tiles to interrupt the lesson.
So not to record, but to play stuff.
Yeah.
What sort of stuff?
Well, it was important to keep a gap at the beginning, so we let it run for about 15 minutes. And then there was the noise of a fly. For a brief period, then another period, to confuse the teacher.
Where would you get the noise from the fly? You'd make the noise.
We'd make the noise ourselves,
Well,
yeah.
let's hear
I'm
your
not paying
fly
for no
noise.
fly to do it.
You tell him, Bob. You tell
Let's
him.
hear your fly.
That's not bad.
It does sound like a
Can I
fly.
hear you bee?
We didn't do a bee.
Do you know how to do bee? Just like that fly.
No, it's more wholesome if it's a bee, isn't it?
Show me the difference, David.
Well, I don't know. I'm not.
Do it.
I'd say, OK, a bee would be a sort of a foot...
No, that's a
Whereas a
bumblebee.
fly is
Yeah.
I get that. That he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
See the way he just slipped straight in and out?
He is not wrong.
So yes, there was silence,
Yeah.
then a little bit of fly, silence, a little bit of fly, and then quite loudly, but not to frighten anyone, the word wolf. Then more silence. Bit more silence. Then
Yeah.
Speedway Stadium.
Speedway Stadium.
Do you know, the idea was just to say kind of random things.
Yeah.
We had he was a really nice teacher called Bill Whittlingham.
What a name.
How did Bill Whittlingham react to these random sounds?
Well, Mr. Whittlingham left the room and said, "Can you sort this out by the time I've gone back?" Can you sort whatever it is that's going on? And there was a cupboard in the corner where, interestingly, it had like exercise books in it, pens and that, but it also had, in a little cage, a hand lion, which is a robotic, it's a battery-operated thing.
What is a hand lion?
Just saying any word.
It's a hand lion, and if you think...
What is this?
A robotic, animatronic hand lion, yeah?
What is a hand
If you're
lion?
being particularly good, he would put it on your hand and set it to lick.
Oh, so it's a robotic lion.
Is this like a clockwork lion?
No, it was remote control.
It was remote control.
Remote control. He had the controller in his desk, and he said,
But the
been
actual
such a
hand
good boy.
lion-
Get out the hand lion, and you'll get a lick. And if you'd been bad, you put him on your hand and he'd strike. He'd strike at your hand.
So the hand lion had two settings. It could lick or it could strike.
Yes, good boy, bad boy.
Right, very
Good boy, bad
sensible.
boy. Now, the only problem with it, of course, was...
What, this story?
I am so confused.
If the batteries got low, it would get constipated.
Oh, for
No,
goodness
anyway,
sake.
cupboard. So we got up on the cupboard.
You climb onto the cupboard that
Yes.
the hand lion is
Yes.
is housed in.
Probably asleep.
Right. You reach up onto the ceiling tile,
Take out the dictaphone.
switch it off.
Yep.
Mr. Whittlingham
Yes.
comes back in.
Yes.
What happens?
He's nervously awaiting another, edict from above. Doesn't come. We carry on with the lesson. British government and politics it was.
There was a
what was
lesson called British Government and Politics.
Yeah.
Whole year on that.
2 years. It was A level.
For these sixth formers,
Yes.
a hand lion. A hand lion that can either lick or strike.
See, that is very interesting.
Used to express praise or the opposite to these 17 or 18-year-old students.
And it was very effective.
I mean,
All right. Would you like to move on to the final claim?
okay, guys, I say every time I watch a video with Bob Mortimer in that this is the most confused I've been. This is the most confused I've been. There has been so much information. I was sort of keeping track of it with the dictaphone in the ceiling. Yes, I believe he would have done that. That's the sort of thing he does. And then out of nowhere, the cupboard and the hand lighting gets involved. Sixth form, licking the hand. Oh, guys, I don't understand anymore. Every time I watch Bob Mortimer, he messes with my mind, and I think it's true as well. I don't know. Oh, guys, let me just keep it going.
So, Lee, tell the story about Keith.
I was at Village Fete, and
Why were you at a village fete?
I was helping out.
What village?
Thames Ditton.
Why were you helping out at Thames Ditton Fete?
Because I don't live too far away from there, and they asked me to help out, and I did a few little things, like I did a bit of tombola, a bit of announcing, and
Okay.
I went over to judge the pig racing. The usual things you do at a fete. You know.
The pig racing?
Yeah. I don't know how I judged it, because surely first past the post.
I'd love to watch a pig
Dedicated
race.
to a dead heat.
And what happened with the hawk and Keith and the wig?
One of the things I had to do was to volunteer to stand there and learn. He had the little headpiece on where he'd teach the crowd basic falconry, I believe we call it. I'd stick the glove on and then hold this little thing. I don't know what it was, but I'm doing this.
A small morsel of meat.
Thank God you've been to one, because I haven't. I'm holding a small morsel of meat. Then what happens? And
then the swan comes down.
The swan came down. So the hawk comes over, right? It comes over. There's a person missing from this story, and it's the Mer, right? The local
The Mer.
I can't say it in I always struggle.
Mer.
The Mer. The Mer.
The Mayor.
So
Mayor
you're
of
standing
London.
next to a horse.
Yeah, so the local... So the Mer is doing his bit, but the Mer has got a wig on, right? The hawk flies over to go and land on my hand, but he lands on the Mer's head, and so he gets caught up in his what should we call them? Talons. He gets caught up in the talons, and then in the sort of panic, the bird sort of... And he can't release this wig, and he flies off, and he goes into the tree. I said, why didn't he go for the meat? And he said, I genuinely think the gold chain caught his eye. There was a bit of confusion for a second, and he just did a bit of an emergency landing on a Mer's wig at Thamesden Fate. What's there not to believe?
Did you cry, oh no, the Mer's hers over there?
All right, so David's team is...
Okay, let me pause it. See, the thing that's not adding up about Lee's story to me is that I don't entirely know what a Mer is. What I believe a Mer is the person who's sort of the eagle trainer. The person, like, Lee has the thing on his arm for the hawk to land on, and the Mer's the person who sort of supervises it and is in control of the eagle. If this is the case, then I don't think it's true, because this sort of thing would have happened already. Like, this would have happened before, this wouldn't be a new occurrence. But if I am wrong in thinking about what a Mer actually is, then it could be Lee. But do you know what? I think it's Bob, because no matter how crazy it is, I know it's him. And that's what drives me absolutely bonkers. All right, I'm just going to finish this. I'm saying it's Bob Mortimer. Let's keep it going.
Classroom prankster, David's blanked buddy, or Lee's hawk handler?
I was believing Bob until the fact that he was 18 and the hand lying. I'm leaning towards David.
I think I'm leaning towards David.
I think it's Bob, and I think he panicked because he knew we were onto him, so he went on a ridiculous riff about a hand line to throw us off the scent.
Potentially.
I know Bob, but I've been wrong before.
Tara?
I'm going to go David.
We'll go David.
Okay.
Saying David. Keith, please reveal your true identity.
My name's Keith, and Bob and I recorded voices.
Keith is Bob's classroom prankster.
I would never have believed all that stuff about a hand line was completely true.
Thanks very much, Keith.
Oh my goodness, guys. Oh, guys, I've seen it all now. I've literally seen it all. I would believe anything Bob says at this point. I am completely blown away. Alright, I've not... The streak is up to 3. I'll put that up there. Thank you for the recommendation. I need to go and relax. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.